हरि ओम्। भोजनसूत्राणि अथ अतः तक्रमीमांसा। अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्. Bhojana or anna is stated to be 4 types. Bhaksha and Bhojya, which are like, we have to bite, chew, and then you digest it, like odanam, rice, or like chapati, thepla, idli, like that. Then there will be something which is lay, which will lick, like a pickle, like shrikhanda, and then something like peya, which is to be drunk, and choshya, which is to be sucked, like the juice, like a mango, ripe mango, or ikshurasa, that is sugarcane. You just suck it, choshya. And anna is Parabrahma. Annam Brahmeti Vyajanat, says Taittiriya Upanishad. So from this anna, we are going to deal today with peya. And in peya also, peya we had so many varieties like soma, valli, the creeper of soma. The tender shoots were pounded in the mortar and the pestle or ground on the 2 stones, and the juice got extracted, which was offered to Indra, Vayu, and other Vedic deities. But I am going to deal with milk, of course, is very commonly used, but I am going to deal with a very special, what you can say, regenerative and nutrient beverage, which is cooling, and that is takram. You might have guessed it, it is takram, buttermilk, So this buttermilk, and why anna is so important in our life? Because whatever we consume, accordingly, our thoughts get developed. Ahara shuddhau sattva shuddhihi, sattva shuddhau dhruva smritihi, smriti lambhe sarva granthinam vipramokshaha, says Chandogya Upanishad. And therefore, today we will deal with takra, a very unique drink, and we will take into consideration some references from the Ayurveda and mainly from 3 main major, Sanskrit texts, Bhojana Kutuhalam, Pakadarpanam, and Manasollasaha. So these are the 3 Sanskrit texts from which we will gather some information about takra. In Sanskrit, I'll start with one puzzle. The puzzle is Bhojanante chakim peyam jayantah kasya vaisutaha katham vishnupadam proktam takram shakrasya durlabham. In the first 3 quarters, 3 short questions are asked. Bhojanante chakim peyam. What is the beverage which you drink post-meal? Bhojanante. Jayantaha kasya sutaha. Whose son is Jayanta? The third question is, Katham Vishnupadam Proktam. How do you think Vishnupada is? Is it very easy to obtain? And the fourth pada, the fourth quarter, gives an answer to each of these questions, and that itself forms a very significant and meaningful sentence. And that is Takram Shakrasya Durlabham. Bhojanante cha kimpeyam, the question, takram is the answer. What is the drink post-meal? Not water, takram, buttermilk. Jayantaha kasya sutaha, shakrasya. And katham vishnupadam proktam, durlabham. And takram shakrasya durlabham forms a meaningful sentence, which means for even Indra, takra is very difficult to get. He may get amrita, but he doesn't get buttermilk. We are so fortunate. Here on the earth, we can get buttermilk, right? Now this buttermilk has got various names. And these are like takra, takram kasmar, stanakti sankochayati dugdham padambudadhirupena parinamayati iti takram. So dugdha is like very liquid. Dadhi becomes the sankocha, the contraction of that. And when that dadhi gets churned, it becomes takra. So that is takra. Then temana is one word. Navanita kashaya is one word. Majjika. Then in Kannada, we call it majjige. So majjika is the Sanskrit word. Then gorasaja, it is gorasaja. Then Kalasheya, Dandahatam, this is called Danda, okay? The Manthanaka or the churning rod. So Dandahata, Mathitikam, which is churned, Audashvit, Sanjavanam, Chachika. Very interestingly, the North Indians called buttermilk as chach or chas. The original word is chachika. And you know what is the difference between majjika and chachika? Majjika is the curd which is churned, okay? And chachika is the curd which is churned, but the butter is taken out. So chachika is the buttermilk devoid of any butter. And therefore it is said, chachika shitala lagvi, shitala. It is very coolant, very easy to digest. And pitta shrama trisha hari. It can take away your pitta problems. It can remove your thirst. And vatanut, it removes your vata doshas. Kapha krut, sometimes it may increase the kapha dosha. Kapha, vata, pitta are the tridosha in Ayurveda. And deepani, lavananvita. If you add a little salt to that, then it becomes deepana, enhancer of the gastric fire. So, Ayurveda text, Bhava Prakasha, it states, Na takra sevi vyathate kadachid, na takra dagdha prabhavanti rogaha. One who regularly consumes buttermilk has never ever any occasion to grieve or fall sick. He is kept away from all the illnesses. Takradagdha bhavanti rogaha. All the illnesses, all the ailments, sicknesses get as if burnt in the buttermilk. Gavyam tridosha shamanam takram shreshtham taduchyate deepanam ruchikrit medhyam arsha udara vikarajit. So whatever our abdominal ailments are there, all these ailments, they get removed by this and it is enhancer. In that also, if you take the curd of buffalo milk and if you take the curd from the cow milk, there is a difference. Mahisham, a buffalo milk, kafakrit, it will enhance your kapha prakriti, and ghana, it is very thick. Shofakaram, it may give rise to swelling. It is inflammatory in nature. And but the other one, the cow's curd or cow's milk and the buttermilk made from that, it is pliha, arsha, grahani, gulma, pandu, amaya, nashanam. So many illnesses have been talked about, and nashanam, it removes all that. So Pakadarpana of Nala. Nala is a very famous king, and his story we come across Nala Damayanti in Mahabharata. There is a whole Naishadiya Charitam Mahakavya written by Sri Harsha on his Charitra. So he was a great cook. We may not know, but he was a great cook, and a grantha text is ascribed to him called Pakadarpana. So there he has given Temana Vidhihi, how to make buttermilk, which he calls Temana. Now Temanam is what? Tima is Ardri Karane and plus Lut is the Pratyaya, that is something, which keeps you moist always. The water content in your body gets balanced and maintained because of this. Now how he gives you the recipe? Take the fine curds, okay? You take some fine curds and then mix some fragrant flowers into that, some, a drop of sesame oil, ginger pieces, ginger pieces also you can use, and add some chilies and salt and little hingu, asafoetida churna, and heat for some time. You churn it well and then heat for some time. That is the best medicine ever as a post-meal drink. Swadu, it is sweet. Pathyam, very hitakara, it's very beneficial. Laghutaram, very light. It doesn't cause any increase in your weight. Temanam tatra sambhavam, arogyadam, rogaharam, vatashleshmaharam shubham. So this is arogyadayaka drink, okay? So buttermilk mixed with some fragrant flowers and a tinge of camphor added to that. It says it drives away 80 types of Vataja rogas. So, Vataja rogas are, he says in the Pakadarpana, Ashiti Vatajan rogan hanti Jathara anala vriddhikrit, and it increases or enhances the gastric fire. Sometimes, there can be added the carom seeds. Carom seeds, it is called ajwain or ova. It is called aimodakam in Malayalam here, aimodakam. So you just crush it on your hands and add it to the churned buttermilk, this thing curd, and sometimes you can add trikatu. The trikatu or shunthi, the dry ginger powder, then maricha, the black pepper, and pippali, this is another herb. So the churna, the powder of that, you add that. Together, all these three is called trikatu in the Ayurveda. And then this becomes a very good cure for all sorts of abdominal diseases. And for Shuddha Temana, you take little sour curd and put some water and churn it, and you add Saindhava salt, the rock salt, to that, and little bit pepper powder and little bit dry ginger powder, and that is also very, very conducive for your abdomen. And if you want to make a special type of buttermilk, this is the normal buttermilk which we daily have. If you want to have Vishesha Temanam, then you add some other herbs to that, like nirgundi, eranda, little bit of garlic also is added, lashuna, and the fenugreek seeds, methika, fenugreek seeds, you little bit salt it, roast it, and then powder it, and little bit you add to that, and you boil it to, you warm it till it gets to the boiling point, and if you drink it in early morning as the first drink, then this is very digestive fluid. It is enhancer of the gastric fire, and not only that, it increases your vigor and valor, virya vardhakancha. So this is what in Pakadarpana, Nala, the king, has to say. Now we come to Manasollasa of Someshwara, King Someshwara, and he also has given some various names, of takra. He says, if you churn only the curd, without adding any water, then it is called mathita. This type of curd normally is used for dahi bada, dahi bada or dahi chaat. You don't add water to that, right? So it is only mathita. Add the same proportion of water to that, it is called udashvid. As much 1 katori of curd and 1 katori of water you add, it is called udashvid. And 1/4 water if you add to that, it is called takra. Okay. If little sugar and little camphor or cardamom powder, ela churna, cardamom powder is added with a tinge of camphor, karpura, it is called sweet milk, which is served as sweet lassi, right? So this is the sweet lassi. But only thing is camphor is added, little bit of camphor is added. And you know what? In Manasollasa, we have a recipe of Shrikhanda. All the North Indians, they relish Shrikhand. It is layer, by the way. You have to lick it, okay, with fingers. So what you do is, the curd, if it is Mahisha, it is better because there is too much of ghanata in that. It is very solid. And if it is a cow's milk, the curd will have plenty of water. That is the only thing. But you tie it in a cloth so tight and squeeze it so that all water portion gets out. And then you add sugar, ela churna, and little camphor. That becomes shikharini, that is Shrikhand. And you don't throw away that water which you gather, right? You don't throw away that water. That water also could be used with the rock salt, simple salt, the usual salt, and little bit of asafoetida, the hingu churna, which you roast, and you dip that spoon roasted hingu in the buttermilk and in that water, and that is called mastu. So nothing is wasted. Mind you, you get Shrikhanda, at the same time you get a very digestive drink called mastu. Now, there is very peculiar thing in Manasollasa. He belongs to Karnataka, and therefore I belong to Karnataka. In Karnataka, we have for every festival, on the festive days, we don't just serve milk like the white curd, churned with water and add chili and ginger. No, not like that. We put a little vagar to that, little tadka, and it is called Vaggarani Majjige. That recipe is given by Someshwara. Okay, Someshwara gives that majjika that is very much similar to majjige in Kannada. So this, he says that you churn it and add all this saindava and chili and ginger to that, and put a tadka to that. It becomes Vaggarani Majjige, that is majjika. He uses the word majjika, and in Kannada we call it as majjige. So this was what Someshwara had to say in Manasollasa. Now I will take you now some beautiful verses on Takkara. One we already saw at the beginning, it was a puzzle, right? So in Bhojana Kutuhalam by Raghunatha Suri, he gives some 2-3 very good verses on Takkara. See, Takkara is Deepana and Pachana both. It is digestive and metabolic nutrient stimulant as well. And it's a gentle source of nourishment, especially after the long illnesses. Some 15-20 days you are having fever, you got some dengue or some other, viral fever, and you get so weak. At that time, if you get this takram, a buttermilk, a glass of buttermilk, nothing like that. It is nourishing, it is strengthening, then it removes the skin disorders, it removes the inflammation, the shotha, it adds, the nutrients to you, and nutritional deficiencies if you have, that also get removed. So this is like a versatile, nourishing homemade beverage, okay, Takkara. Now there is it looks so white in color, and therefore there is a verse on that in Bhojana Kutuhala. Raghunatha Suri says, "O king, you should drink buttermilk. Shashi Kunda Samaprabha Shankha Nibam." How does it look? Shankha, like a conch shell, white in color. And Shashi Kunda Samaprabha, having the same glow as Shashi, the moon, and Kunda, the white colored 5-petaled flower. It's also white in color. Yuvati Kara Nirmala Nirmathitam. And if to add to that whiteness and to that purity, if it is churned by a beautiful damsel, Yuvati Kara Nirmala Mathitam, that Nirmala Takkara, Paripakva Kapitha Surabhi Sugandhi Rasam Pibabho Nrupa Takram Ananta Gunam. O Nrupa, you drink that milk which has so many good qualities. Ananta Gunam. And I started with that Takram Shakrasya Durlabham. Indra in the heaven, he may get Rambhadi Apsara, dancing before him, and he may get Amrita to drink. Does he ever get Takra? No. If at all there was buttermilk, majjige, or more in Malayalam here, more. I always say, dil mange more. I want more. So, double glass of more, dil mange more. If at all there was takra available to the gods, how the gods would have, the situation would have changed completely. How? Kailase yadi takramasti. If on Kailasa there was takra, in Kailasa there is lot of snow, white snow, but no white buttermilk. Kailase yadi takramasti Girishaha kim neelakantho bhavet. Why he would still suffer from that blueness of the throat, which is caused by by drinking the poison? Takra would have removed all that. So takra gives sweetness and takra gives whiteness also to you. A takra sevi always, it's a best tool of weight management, I tell you. Secret. Weight management. So if you want to lose weight for 8 days, you don't eat any single thing, nothing bhaksha and bhojya, only peya, and that peya is also only takra with ginger and saindava into it. Okay. Kailase yadi takramasti Girishaha kim neelakantho bhavet. Vaikunthe yadi, if it was there in Vaikuntha for Vishnu, available to Vishnu, Krishnatam anubhaved adyapi kim Keshavaha. Then Keshava would not have, got that dark color of his body that would have gotten into white now. He would have become fair by now. Okay. Indro durbhagatam. Indra is cursed by Gautama. This is all our stories from Ramayana and all. So Gautama Rishi cursed Indra to get the 1,000 akshas on his body. So he becomes like, 1,000 eyes on your body. How would a person look? But then if you get takra there, if Surendra had takra, then Durbhagata would have gone. Kshayam Dvijapatihi. Dvijapati is moon. Now come on, this moon, the full moon we see, and it goes on waning day after day, day by day in the Krishna Paksha. So that is the Kshaya of the moon. But on Kshaya, there is a pun on the word Kshaya here. Kshaya also means a disease which is consumption or tuberculosis, and Kshaya also means decrease of your complexion, decrease of your vigor, So, if moon had this, then he could have overcome the Kshaya because of buttermilk. Kshayam Dvijapatihi Lambodaratvam Ganaha. And Ganapati, he has such a big belly. Now this is all bloated one. But Takra reduces all that. Takra reduces all your bloating and inflammation, and the Lambodaratva, that Gananayaka, wouldn't have been Lambodara anymore if we had any access to buttermilk. Kunthitvam cha Kuberakaha, and Kubera is, like little dwarfish. Kubera is a dwarfish figure, so he would have lost his dwarfishness because that is also an ailment. It is, Vamanatva or Batutva is an ailment, it's a sickness, it's not a normal thing. So he would have overpowered that. Dahanatam Agnishcha kim vindati. And Agni, of all these gods, Agni is the most fiery, it will burn. But if he had ever, an access to Takra, he would have become like a cool snow. Agnishcha, Dahanatam Agnishcha kim vindati. So will he get Dahanata? Will he get that fieriness? No. He will become cool because he will be consuming the coolant peya, coolant beverage like Takra. So this is the Takra Mahima. In Ayurveda, all the Charaka Sushruta Vagbata, the Munitraya of Ayurveda, they praise Takra, and our meals never get complete without a glass of Takra. So make it a point to have Takra, buttermilk, more, tak, chach, chas, whatever you call it, at the end of your meals. Hari Om. Thank you.